They gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Cole and Hay. And most of the football greats.
And families to Batagri and on to Portugal. 'Cause we're Celtic forever, the boys in green and white. Celtic forever.
Yeah, it was a much better performance. Obviously been a difficult week on the back of losing two games, but the players, it was a perfect response. They'd worked very hard in the week, and as always you do, you're talking on the pitch, and I think obviously we could dominate the game. The only disappointment was we didn't score more goals, and that was, but I'm very happy with the creativity. The speed in the game was much better from the first whistle, and like I say, we scored two and could have had more. So yeah, very pleased for them.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Celtic Forever podcast. What we witnessed today, Celtic 2, Livingston 0. Very comfortable win for Celtic at Celtic Park. Wild conditions out there the day. I've got John to go over everything with us. How are you today, John?
I'm all good, Xander. How's you?
I am good. Nice, comfortable win for Celtic today. We could have scored a lot more goals, I thought, but we'll get into the game, John. But before we do that, I want to mention the Neil Lennon framed Legends print winner goes to We Would Never Sell Our Club for £1. So congratulations to you, buddy. If you just message John on the Facebook page with your address, send him a private message with your address. We'll get that sent out to you the day after Boxing Day, my man. So congratulations to We Would Never Sell Our Club for £1 on winning the Neil Lennon Legends print. What do you think of that, John?
Aye, it's good to see him winning it. We Would Never Sell Our Club's been a regular on the podcast, hasn't he, since we started, really. So, well done. We Would Never Sell Our Club for £1. Good to see you winning, mate. All you need to do is join the Celtic Forever podcast page on, what do you call it, Facebook. Just join that and then send me a wee private message with your address, and we'll get that sent away to you. Obviously, it's going to be after New Year before you get it, right enough, because that's your last chance, wasn't it, the day, and it's too late now.
We'll post it on the day after Boxing Day, so you might get it by Friday. You might. It just depends how quick the postal service is. And We Would Never Sell Our Club for £1 was only 36 seconds out, John. So it was very close with his guess there.
Aye, that's brilliant, aye. What was the goal was scored like 25 seconds, wasn't it, into the second half?
And he said 44 minutes, 50 seconds. So aye, well done. Well done to him. Just a couple of mentions, John, for everybody that entered the competition, because we do appreciate everybody that enters these competitions. So thanks to Colin Stewart, Paul McComb, Michael McGeary, Pork Chop Express, Udif, Glasgow Celtic, Paul McEwen, Cameron McDonald, Matthew Moyer, Edward O'Farrell, Michelle Stewart, Roseanne, Eclectric Minecraft and Elaine. So thank you to everybody for entering the competition, and keep entering the competition because you will win one of these Legends prints eventually. You'll win one eventually.
Aye, I would like one myself. I had a look on Eclectic Minecraft channel, by the way, Xander. He builds Minecraft football stadiums.
Right,
and
okay.
He's built an absolute peach at a Celtic Park.
All right, okay.
On Minecraft, so anybody listening,
what was the name of the channel again, John? What was the name of the channel?
It was Eclectic Minecraft builds. And I had a look at his Celtic Park. It's absolutely astounding. The work that must have went into that, Xander. So anybody listening, go to the Eclectic Minecraft channel and check out the Celtic Park build. It's astounding. Absolutely astounding.
Yeah, have a wee look at that myself when I get a wee spare minute. Have a wee look if you've got the time. Have a wee look at that. All right, John, let's get into this game today. Celtic 2, Livingston 0, as I said at the very start. It was good to see the Green Brigade the other day. They were quite loud and they made a lot of noise, didn't they?
It's amazing to see them back in it. There was a lot of empty seats today, I noticed. No, it wasn't like half empty or anything, or half full. It was maybe 5,000 empty seats today or something. Totally understandable with it being Christmas is 2 days away, so but still a healthy crowd. I'd say it was maybe 57,000 the other day.
That's a very healthy crowd if that's the case. But as you say, John, you've got to understand the weather was atrocious today in Glasgow, so that was wild weather out there during that game. So the players done well, the fans, every fan that turned up there done well, showing up for the game. So well done to every one of them as well, and hope everybody gets home safely. Because honestly, John, it was blowing a gale and the rain was torrential. So yeah, that's a good turnout considering it's 2 days for Christmas and the shocking weather today.
Aye, it was amazing. Aye, I don't live in Glasgow now, obviously, but it's the same up here, Xander. Just wild, really, really wild. The rain blowing up the way. The wind's that strong. Oh, it's bad. So well done to every Celtic fan that showed up there at Celtic Park today, and of course, well done to the 22 players on the park. We'll include Livingston in that for playing through that, because that was horrendous.
That was horrendous. Yeah, it was. I suppose they get paid plenty of money to play in the rain, so they're not really too bothered. They're not really too bothered, the players, and they've done a professional job today as well. So well done to the players. So let's get into the game, John. 3 minutes gone. Matt O'Reilly, it's a snapshot, but it's more like a clearance off the line, goes out for a goal kick. That was sort of a stretching there, wasn't he? So that was a cross for Parma. Matt O'Reilly stretching, John, and he hits it by the post. That could have been an early goal for us there.
Aye. Matt O'Reilly defended it well, didn't he? That should have been in the net.
Aye. It's because he was stretching and falling back. I think that's why it went so wide. But yeah, as you say, it could have put it in the net, and it would have made a very easy first half. Let's put it that way. But we'll continue on, John. We're dominant. We're totally dominant in this game from start to finish, John. There's never any doubt that Livingston were ever going to cause us any harm in this game, because I don't think they had a shot at goal, did they, through the full game?
They had a cross that Joe Hart saved, a low cross that came in, and Joe Hart caught it. I don't know if you remember that one. He dived out and caught it. That was in the first half. And then, obviously, the keeper had a long kick out, and it bounced right through to Joe Hart. That's as close as they came.
Aye, very, very, very defensive-minded team, Livingston, the other day, weren't they? They were there for one thing and one thing only, and that was to come away from Celtic Park with a point. But we'll go on. Kyogo, John, 8th minute, cross for Taylor from the edge of the box. It breaks to Kyogo. He's 8 yards out and he hits it right at the goalkeeper. You're thinking at this point, that we man needs a goal to boost his confidence, aren't you?
See, that chance, that's a striker's dream, that one, isn't it? I mean, the goalkeeper's standing in the middle of the goals, and Kyogo's at the back post, and he's got how much space at the side of the keeper? I don't know. How long's a set of goals? 18 feet or whatever it is. I don't know. But he's got like 8 feet either side of the keeper to put that, and he hits it right at him. Very poor. Very, very poor. Well, it's Kyogo, and we're not going to be getting on his back here. But anybody could have stuck that chance away. But Kyogo, he's off form, Xander. He is off form. And when it comes to striking the ball into the net, I mean, but we'll go on to go better as the game went on, of course. What were you guys say there, Xander?
But he was making a lot of nice wee runs, wasn't he? Near post again, timing his runs to perfection again. It's just his finishing up until he got his goal, obviously. It was just his finishing the first half. Just let him down, I thought. So, yeah, he was making all the usual runs. It was good to see him sort of back to him doing the near post runs and timing his runs again. So that was nice to see, I suppose. And then he gets his goal as well. We'll talk about that later on. 11th minute, John, we've got a Parma shot for about 20 yards out. Nice wee shot, just wide of the post. He was unlucky there, I thought. Nice wee effort.
Aye, Palmer was. I think Palmer was brilliant today, by the way. The whole game, I thought he was brilliant. But going back to Kyogo, his general plays been good. I think even through like the couple of defeats we had, and that his general play's been good. It's just his finishing's been really poor. But generally speaking, he's still the same player. I think he still gets into good positions and all that. But we'll go with the rest of the game anyway. We'll get to Kyogo.
Right, okay, John. Okay, so another chance for Celtic in the first half, 25th minute. We've got a Parma shot over the bar. He's just inside the box. He tries to whip his foot around the ball, puts too much on it, ball goes over the bar. And that was really our last meaningful effort in the first half, John.
Aye, there wasn't much. We had a few chances in the first half. A couple of really good opportunities to maybe go in 2-3-0 up at half time. But there wasn't too much created in the way of chances because you see the way Livingston obviously set up their defence. 5-5. That was the plan. Just stay in the 18-yard box and defend. As Peter Grant says, it's the same team we're playing every week in a different strip.
Yeah, it was like just a solid black brick wall, wasn't it? Try to get by that brick wall was difficult for the Celtic players. You know, we did have a few efforts, and we should have been 1 or 2 goals up. But you know, it's a struggle when you've got 2 blocks of 5 like that, or a 6 and a 4, as the case might have even been, because every player was inside that 18-yard box for Livingston.
Aye, it's just reminiscent of every team that comes to Celtic Park and the away games or not. The only team I would commend for actually giving us a game and deserving to beat us would be Kilmarnock. You never seen that game though, did you?
I didn't see the Kilmarnock game.
I mean, they defended in the first half, but they still tried to get up the park, and the second half they dominated it, really. Didn't dominate possession, but they won everything. So, apart from all the teams we've played, I think maybe Kilmarnock is the only team that's actually had a go and showed no fear against Celtic. But the rest are all just camping in.
Yeah, they sure are, especially at Celtic Park. It's as you say there, John. It's like watching the same team in a different colour strip every week. It's the same performance these players are putting in, whether it's St Johnstone, whether it's Hibs, whether it doesn't matter who it is. They're just there to try and get a point at Celtic Park. And I suppose that's a point at Celtic Park for any of these teams as a brilliant result, isn't it, I suppose?
It is, and a few teams have took a draw off us this season, and a couple have beat us. But it's up to us to break these teams down. We've not been taking our chances. I've said that all along, Xander. That's been our problem. We're not taking the chances that we get. If it wasn't for missing sitters against Kilmarnock, that'd have been 5-0 at half time to Celtic. So it's all about taking your chances. That's basically why we've lost the large gap at the top of the league.
Yeah,
just not taking our chances.
Yeah, we'll get into that, John, and hopefully that's phase 1 of 4 over, beating Livingston. Next it's Dundee, but you know we've said for the last couple of podcasts, win the next 4 games and we'll be back on track. So that's phase 1 completed, if you like. So the half-time whistle goes, John. Nothing each. What was your feelings at that point the day?
I was thinking more of the same. I was thinking, are we going to break this team down? Are we going to take one of these chances eventually?
Because the last 10 minutes of the first half, you know, I don't know what happened. We just weren't as fluent with the passing. We didn't have the same urgency, I didn't think, for the last 10 minutes of that first half. And you did sort of think, is this going to be another nothing each draw, or you know, can we break them down, get a wee lucky chance in the second half? But the second half was different, wasn't it, John? The second half we came out firing, really. Fast pace, slick passing, you know, breaking the lines, dominating the midfields, you know, breaking their defensive lines. It was brilliant the full second half, I thought. But we'll get into the second half, actually, John. Let's get into it. Well, straight away we score. Within 26 seconds of the second half kicking off, John, we score a goal, and it's a cross-come shot from Parma. Breaks to Kyogo, times he's run perfectly, definitely not offside, and fires his shot into the net. John puts his 1-0 up after 26 seconds. You couldn't ask for a better start to the second half there.
Nah, it was fast out the traps. We started the second half in top gear. Maybe no top gear. Maybe played the whole second half in third gear, let's say. Maybe four, something like that. If we're talking about a 5-speed carrier, we were we were in we were in third. I'd say we came out in fourth gear, I'd say, and then we kind of just settled into third and cruised along in third. I think the second half, but lovely finish for Kyogo. I think if Kyogo left that, do you think it was creeping in?
That's probably one of the ones the goalkeepers have got to, isn't it? Would have parried it round the post, possibly, but it could have been going in. You don't know. I mean, was it a cross? Was it a shot? I thought it was a. I thought it was a cross. Actually, I thought that was a cross. I don't think that was a shot. A shot? Do you, John?
To me, it looked as if it was going in if Kyogo left it, and the keeper was stranded.
Mm-hmm.
If the keeper was getting to that, it would have been some save.
Yeah, he was decent today, that goalkeeper, wasn't he?
He certainly was. Aye, what was his name? Hamilton.
Hamilton, yeah.
Aye, good
He
keeper. Aye, played well.
He was decent. He kept the score right down low, so he did. So well done to him, I suppose. But you know, that was a nice finish for Kyogo, John. It was. Do you think that'll maybe boost his confidence a wee, his goal scoring confidence, if you like, and maybe he'll start banging in the goals now for Celtic?
I certainly hope so. I've never seen a guy look happier than Kyogo when he scored that. He was delighted, wasn't he? You could see it was a weight off his mind, weight off his shoulders. Aye. I think he'll be maybe get a wee boost out of that. He hadn't scored since the was it 25th of October? The last time, when did we play Atletico Madrid? Huh? That was the game he scored in. That's the
Right,
last time he
was that
scored.
that is a wee while, isn't it? That's a wee while for Kyogo anyway. Man who's finding it every week. It's a
It's a long time, son.
his drought is over, John, and that's the main thing. His goal drought's over, and let's hope the wee man starts firing. Starting with another goal against Dundee on Tuesday night, but we'll get to that as well because we're going to talk about the Dundee game later on. Okay, then the second goal comes more or less within 3 or 4 minutes after the first goal, John. 51st minute, a corner from was it Palmer that hit the cross? Yeah, it was Palmer. Corner from Palmer, straight to Scales' head. Well, it wasn't straight, he had to sort of twist his body to put the ball into the net. John, a lovely header for Scales there. Puts us 2-0 up. We're on easy street at that point.
Great to see the big man getting on the end of one of them, innit? That stinks. Celtic's failing this season as well as our set pieces have been really poor. But a beautiful corner for Lewis Palmer. And that isn't an easy header that Scales has put away there. He's put it right across the keeper for kind of the 6-yard box. So he's got a lot of work to do there, Liam Scales. So to me, that was a lovely finish.
That was a lovely finish, yeah. That was a nice header. Especially with the 6-foot+ defenders that Livingston have got as well, John. So he done well to win their header. And I think it looked as though the day we had been maybe working on corner kicks, maybe because there was a lot of chances for corner kicks today, I thought, and a lot of near misses from corners for Celtic. We were unlucky in a lot of occasions with corners.
Aye, and I think the wind had a lot to it played its part in it. The wind. I'm not saying it assisted us, but it might have made it a bit harder and might have assisted. I don't know, but I think the wind played its part.
Yeah, the conditions definitely played a part of the day, I thought. Then the 59th minute, we've got another Parma cross. So that's two assists for Parma today, John. Both goals were assisted by Parma. But the 59th minute, we've got another Parma cross, and it's straight to the head of Dyson, and he's in a duel with a big defender, and he puts his effort wide. So Maeda unlucky there. It looked closer than what it actually was. I suppose it was his header was about 5 yards wide. And then the 67th minute, John, we've got a yellow card for Holt, right? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because he goes right through Greg Taylor on the touchline. He goes right through him, and the wee Greg gets a wee sore one. But Pierre Grant says in the commentary there was nothing on it. What did you think of that tackle, John? Holt on Taylor?
I've seen worse on Greg Taylor this season. Now, I wrote this down in my. This is one of the notes that I took down as an important note. As the tackle right through the back of Greg Taylor, putting him right out the park. And it was obviously Holt that done it. But there's been a lot worse on Greg Taylor this season. Players going right through the back of him and nothing happening to them. This is happening a lot with Greg Taylor. And a lot of these players are getting away with this, going right through the back of him and putting them right out the park. Dangerous tackles, you know. It was certainly worthy of a yellow card. I don't think it was a red card, that one. I've seen worse. There is ones I've seen. I've said to you in other podcasts, how did he not get a red card for that?
So, you know, I had to laugh at Peter Grant. There's nothing in that. The guy ended up in the stand.
Aye.
So, I mean,
I've seen worse on Greg Taylor this season that should have been red cards. I've seen quite a few of them. I've mentioned, if you go back and listen to the old podcast, not saying you're going to do that, but you'll hear how many times I've said that. Players going right through the back of Greg Taylor and putting them out the pitch. Red cards, all these tackles are red cards to me. The one today, I'd say a yellow was deserving. I think that was maybe what was warranted in that occasion, because I've seen a lot worse, Xander.
Yeah, I thought it was quite bad, but it looked quite bad. But yeah, warranted yellow. Nothing more than a yellow. I thought. I agree with you there. Then we've got the 73rd minute corner from Yang, John. Carter Vickers header. It's a bullet header, but it's more or less right at the keeper, isn't it? But it's a decent save as well. So big Cameron Carter Vickers was unlucky there not to make it 3-0.
Aye, reaction save right at the keeper, but very unlucky. Aye. I would love to have seen the big man getting a goal. Him and big skills today. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, they're forming quite a partnership with there, John, aren't they?
Certainly are. Aye. Can't say any more than that, Xander. I love the two of them. That's they look like we've got a settled defence, even though we've lost the last couple of games. I don't think any of them are to blame in that. But they two, I think that's a good central defensive partnership we've got there, Xander.
So what about Norocki and Laga Bielka? Where does the future hold for them at Celtic, do you think?
What does it hold? I just need to bide their time and I hope they can maybe get in if one of them get injured, Xander. I think that's the way it's going to be looking for they two. If Carter Vickers and Scales keep up the performances that they're putting in just now, I can't see any of they two getting a look in. I don't know what the future holds for them, if there's a place at Celtic for them. Obviously, they're there just now. They've just got to bide their time. And in their eyes, no my eyes, I'm saying this, they're just going to hope that one of them goes off form or gets injured, because that's the only way that one of them's going to get in.
Yeah, I totally agree again, John. Yep. It's the only way they're going to get in is if there's injuries. Yeah, I agree. Okay, Palmer off, Forrest on, Kyogo off, O on, Maeda off, Yang on, and Bernardo off, and David Turnbull on. So that's your substitutes in the game. The game's just we're just sitting outside their box for the rest of the game, John. Really, aren't we? We're sitting on the edge of their 18-yard box, hitting a few shots here and there, goalkeeper saves by the post, etc., etc. And the next meaningful effort really is the 88th minute, John. We've got a header from a corner from O, and it's saved by the keeper. Nothing really in that one. Just a header from a corner. That's what I was saying earlier, John. I think we were working on corners in training during the week because it looked as though the corners that were coming in were a wee bit more meaningful, if you like, and we were getting some chances from them. We also scored for the corner today.
It could be wind assistance, could be something like that. I don't know, but you could be right. It could be something we've been working on, is getting the corners, because the set pieces have been poor. But I think Big O was unlucky there. I think the wind took the pace out of the ball, so he didn't get, he didn't get much purchase on it. The ball wasn't moving that fast by the time it got to O, so he had to kind of try and use his neck muscles, and it just came to nothing. So I'm not blaming O for that one. I think that was the pace was took out with the winds under.
All right, John. So that's it. 4 minutes injury time as well, but dilly-dally, nothing really happening. The game's finished. Both sets of players just went off the park. The game's finished. When the whistle goes, 2-0 Celtic, John. 0 shots for Livingston, 0 corners for Livingston, 0 efforts on goal for Livingston. They came there to get a point. They didn't get it. We take the 3 points and we move on to Dundee in midweek on Boxing Day. I think it is Tuesday, John.
Aye, Boxing Day's under.
Yeah. And that's obviously we play on Boxing Day. The rest of the teams play on the Wednesday. So it's actually a wee chance to go 8 points clear. Well, obviously, I forgot, sorry, they play tomorrow, didn't they? Rangers play tomorrow against Motherwell. Sorry, we'll have a wee touch on that actually. Is there any chance that Motherwell can get a draw there tomorrow at Fir Park?
Absolutely no chance, no. They're not going to put the same effort in against them as they do against us, I guarantee you that.
So as of tomorrow, it'll be back to 2 points ahead then?
I think so, aye.
Yeah,
Can you see Motherwell
No,
doing it in Xander?
No, I agree. You can only hope for a wee draw because they're at Fir Park and you think they're going to put in a wee bit effort, maybe try and get a point. But they should be doing a Kilmarnock and trying to win the game. Motherwell should be trying to win that game tomorrow. Like Kilmarnock did at Rugby Park against us.
Well, absolutely, they should be going out to win that. Motherwell came to Celtic Park and get a draw, so why could they not get a draw against them at their own ground? Celtic's a better team than Rangers. I don't care what anybody says. They get better players. They're a better team. They play the better style of football. You can't be telling me that there's a place, guys like Lammers and Dessers are quality players. They're absolute garbage, Xander. Absolute garbage.
Yeah.
And so, if any team fears that team, they shouldn't be playing the game.
Yeah. We'll wait and see what happens tomorrow. You never know. You just never know. But I wouldn't hold my breath like you say, John. So we're off to Dundee on Tuesday night. Obviously, their game is cancelled today, John, because of a waterlogged pitch. So hopefully that pitch is sorted by Tuesday.
Well, it's only Saturday now. I'd imagine that'd be cleared up by Tuesday. We need a couple of days of sunshine and Tayside, didn't we? But it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess,
Yeah.
Sander. If that's waterlogged, by the time Tuesday comes, that's just going to be a mud bath, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously the groundsmen hopefully do a decent job there and get the game on for Tuesday, because I was looking at the forecast and it is, John, I'm afraid to say, rain for tomorrow and rain for Christmas Day as well. So there's no let up in the rain. So, you'll need to keep an eye on things to see if that game's on. Anybody that's heading up there on Tuesday, keep an eye on things to make sure the game is on, because there is a wee chance that game could be off if the game was cancelled today because of a waterlogged pitch. And the forecast is for another 2 days of rain. So just keep checking your phone, check your internet, and make sure the game is on before you head up there. And obviously, you're going to do that anyway if you're heading up to the game. All right, John. Player ratings. 1 to 10 individual player ratings. I'll just quickly run through my 1 to 10 for the defence. Joe Hart, nothing to do. We'll give him a 6. Alistair, defence were all mainly attacking the day, weren't they? So Alistair Johnson, 7. Carter Vickers, 8. Scales, 8.5. And Taylor, I'll give him an 8. He was half decent today, I thought, Taylor.
Aye, I thought we Greg played well. Joe Hart, I'll give him my usual 7. Nothing to do. He always gets a 7 for that. He did stop a dangerous cross that came in, a low cross that could have been anywhere, and he did come off his line to grab that. So what he had to do, he did it well. So a 7 for Big Joe for me. I agree with you. Carter Vickers 8, Scales 8.5. No, Scales 9. I thought the two of them are outstanding actually. I'll give Vickers an 8, Scales a 9, Alistair Johnson a 7, Greg Taylor a 7.5. There you go.
Okay. Midfields, we've got Calmac in there, Bernardo and Matt O'Reilly. So Callum just did his usual stuff today, so he gets an 8. Bernardo I thought was decent, 7.5, and Matt O'Reilly 7.5 as well. Total dominance.
Well, aye, but I found it hard to decipher between the two. Who was who? Between Mattarelli and Bernardo, because they look the same on the pitch for a distance. I mean,
They do. They do. They do.
so I was like, who was that? And it didn't mention. I was like, I don't know who it was. Never mind. But just because of that, just because I couldn't decipher who was who most of the game, unless it was mentioned, I'll give both of them a 7. And Callum McGregor gets an 8.5. I thought wee Callum was outstanding today, Sander.
Mhm.
I'm giving Callum an 8.5.
Right. Fair enough. Fair enough. He was decent. He was decent. He just controlled the full midfield, didn't he? He really did.
Certainly didn't I?
Yeah. All right. Forward three: Palmer, Kyogo, and Maeda. Dyson still looks a couple of games away from full fitness, but he tried his best, I suppose. 6.5 for Dyson. Kyogo gets his goal, getting into some nice positions. 7.5 for him, and Palmer outstanding as usual. 8.5.
Aye, Kyogo got his goal today, and his movement was good as well. His movement's always been good, even though he's not been scoring. But he got his goal today. Never done anything wrong, really. So, aye, a 7.5 for Kyogo. Other side, Dyson. I thought he was quite poor, to be honest with you, Xander, but he is just back. Can't expect miracles for the boy yet, you know. Once he gets up to speed, we'll see the best of Dyson. So for the day's performance, he played for an hour. I'll give him a 5. And Lewis Palmer on the other side, he also gets an 8.5. I thought he was outstanding today. His delivery was exceptional. Nearly a couple of times he nearly scored for a corner again. One hit the roof of the net, and I think one the keeper had to save. So Lewis Palmer was really good. I think he gets the Celtic Park man of the match, but no for me. He gets an 8.5. Still a good score.
Yeah. So who was your man in the match?
My man of the match was Liam Scales under.
It's tough, isn't it, between McGregor, Scales, and Palmer, because even Carter Vickers can throw him in there as well.
It's
I'll go
close.
for Callum. I thought Callum was brilliant today. He's just dictated everything on that park. So no problem the day for Celtic, John. No problem whatsoever. We run out very, very comfortable 2-0 winners. No criticisms whatsoever. Good to see the team back to our free flowing, well, no best, but free flowing football. It was nice to see it again at Celtic Park. What I did jot down though, John, was 11 times. People might think I'm quite sad spotting this, but 11 times we just knocked the ball right out of the park today.
Aye,
11
there was a
times.
lot of that. Aye, I noticed that myself, but I wasn't counting right enough. But
I'm sad that way.
there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's keep on top of your stats. But it's quite sad actually.
Don't keep yourself busy when there's nothing happening.
That's true.
But no, sorry, John. John, a serious point to this is we can't be doing that against Rangers when they come to Celtic Park.
Absolutely not. No, we can't be afford to be doing that against any teams, Xander. But you're right, because I did notice it myself. There was a lot of wee balls chipped here for strikers to run onto, and it just went right out of the park. There was one with Greg Taylor. He took ages to take a throw and eventually takes it, and he gets the ball passed back to him, and he kicks it right out of the park. Oh, come on, Greg. Got to be doing better than that, son. Even though I thought he had a
Aye.
good game today, wee Greg Taylor. And get booted out the park again.
Obviously, the conditions could have had partly to do with some of these balls going right out of the park. But it's just a wee point I wanted to bring up anyway, John. So that covers the game. That covers the game, John. We're now 5 points clear. Rangers play tomorrow against Motherwell. So we'll see where we stand after tomorrow's game. But no matter what happens, we're top of the league on Christmas Day.
Happy Christmas, aye.
Yeah. And it's good to see the Green Brigade back. Good to hear the noise coming from the Green Brigade, and I heard them, stand up for the champions, or starting their kind of songs, and the rest of the crowds getting involved. So it was good to see that back again, John.
Aye, you could tell at the start of the game they were back, couldn't you? You just knew at the start of the game they were back. So that's a big blessing, and that's anybody for the Green Brigade, we're glad to see you back if any are listening. So keep up the good work, boys. That was fantastic today.
Yeah, and well done to the rest of the supporters as well, John, for braving it in those conditions. So well done to every supporter as well. Okay, John, we're not going to do a preview of the Dundee game because it's Christmas Day, obviously. So what we'll do is we'll just do the post-match on Boxing Day after the game, John. You okay with that?
Aye, that's good, aye.
Right, I'm sorry for any listeners that want to hear a preview of the Dundee game, John, because it's just unfortunate it falls on Christmas Day, and we'll just leave it for that game, and we'll do the post-match reaction after the game on Boxing Day. So just to let everybody know, that's what we're going to be doing. And so, just a wee quick reminder, everybody, congratulations to We Will Never Sell Our Club for £1. Congratulations on winning the Neil Lennon Legends print. Just contact John on Facebook with a private message. Get your address sent to him, and I'll get that sent out to you the day after Boxing Day, buddy. So congratulations to you. And the next week's competition, just add it in before we go, John. Well, before the comments, sorry. What minute will the first goal be scored in the Rangers game at Celtic Park next Saturday? So, very simple. All we're looking for is your minute and your seconds. Put it in the comments section. We will allow you 5 guesses each, obviously. So get your guesses in, folks. Get your guesses in just now. What minute will the first goal be scored in the Celtic versus Rangers game next Saturday? Whether it's Celtic, hopefully not Rangers, doesn't matter. What minute will the first goal be scored? Into the comments, minute and seconds, and good luck to everybody that enters.
Aye, yeah. Rangers fans are allowed to enter this one. I'm quite sure they won't want a print of a Celtic player.
Chris Sutton is the Framed Legends print this week. So Chris Sutton is the Framed Legends print. If you want to get your hands on that, just enter the competition into the comment section. It couldn't be any easier. Very, very simple indeed. And Rangers fans can enter if they want, I suppose, but would they want me a Chris Sutton Legends frame print, you know?
Better than a Chris Boyd one, innit?
Aye, well, that's one way of looking at it, I suppose. Aye, that's one way. Hey, John. Aye, Chris Boyd, eh? Have you got any comments for us today, or have you got anything set up for us there? Good. What have you got?
So we'll start off with a new guy, new to the channel. I've never seen this guy before. Glasgow Celtic, 1967. I'm only reading this because he's a new guy. We always like to welcome the new guys onto the podcast. So how you doing, mate? He says, John's spot on, the heartbeat in the crowd, and we need yous there. Hail, hail, boys. Talk about the Green Brigade there, Xander.
Yeah, definitely. We've spoken about that, John, and he's bang on. Great to see them back. Great to see the boys back. And it made a lot of noise today. Yeah, very, very nice to see the boys back. And they'll be up there at Dens Park as well in midweek, no doubt. And thanks for the comment, Glasgow Celtic, 1967. Thank you.
Aye, good to have you aboard, mate. Thanks for your comment. I'm sure he left another one. I'll get to that. We would never sell a club for £1. Of course, who's the prize winner of the Neil Lennon frame print? That's Neil Lennon, isn't it?
Aye, John Neil Lennon, yeah.
Aye. So
beautiful, so that's beautiful. Beautiful. What a print.
Aye. Better than Chris Boyd.
What's he saying? What's the winner saying, John? What's he saying?
He says, great to see the Green Brigade back, and we need to get back to winning ways again tomorrow against Livy and push on from there. 3-1 to the Celts. Thanks for your comment. We would never sell a club.
Yeah, we both predicted Celtic wins. John, you predicted 5-0. I predicted 3-1. Doesn't matter who's right, who's wrong. 2-0. We'll take it all day, John. We move on to Dundee. Thanks for the comment. Thanks for the comment, buddy. And enjoy that print, by the way. Enjoy it. Get it hung up in the living room wall above the fire.
Aye, that's actually today. Aye, don't know what else to say.
Get it up there and get it hung up for the new year, so all your guests can see that beautiful Neil Lennon Legends print.
Aye.
Right
Get a
above,
green
right above
tinsel in it.
that's it. That's it. Right above the fireplace for the bells coming in. You'll have it by then, I'm sure.
Aye.
Next comment, John. Next comment.
Wee bit of green tinsel around that. Look lovely, mate, honestly.
Aye, that's it.
Eclectic Minecraft builds. Well, that's the guy who builds the Celtic Park Stadium and other stadiums. Well, he's done all the Scottish stadiums. They're amazing. Have a look at his channel. Absolutely amazing. Wonder what lays in store for tomorrow. I hope Iwata is good to go and Maeda to start. Well, Maeda did start. Iwata was injured. But we got the result we needed. So all good there.
That's all that matters, isn't it? So thanks for the comment. But touching on Iwata, John, have you heard any latest on how long his injury is?
I haven't. No.
'Cause
Don't
I
know.
noticed that your man Welsh was on the bench today, so obviously his injury wasn't too long term. So it's good to see him back and ready to go. Big Welsh.
Aye, he's another bloke. He's 100% for the jersey. I'm not saying he's the greatest player ever. Well, he's half decent though, and he gives it all for the jerseys. Under.
I like him. I think he's a good defender.
Aye, very brave. Anyway, Gaddafi's 566 said, "Let's get behind the team." I agree with that. No, seen you here before. Welcome aboard, mate.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Ghost
Is that all
Tracker
he says? Is that all he says,
that's
John? Let's get behind the team.
that's it.
Yeah. Let's get behind the team. Totally agree. We need to. And the fans did today. They did get behind the team. Even at half time, it was nothing each. They still backed the boys. So yeah, that's what we need to do. Same again against Dundee on Tuesday, please.
Aye, exactly. That's all I said anyway. I like the comments short and sweet. It's easier for me to see.
Good, okay, mate.
We would never sell our club for £1. Back in with another. He says, only for the usual Tav pen. That's a Tavernier penalty for anybody that doesn't know. Only for the usual Tav pen, the Rangers would not be in the title race with Celtic, as they were bailed out on several occasions this season to keep them in the hunt. I couldn't agree more with that. They've been bailed out in almost every game they've played in this season.
Yep. He's right in what he's saying, but we don't really want to talk about them, John, anymore. I think we spoke about them on yesterday's podcast enough. So, yeah, they've had plenty of bailouts, John. We'll leave that there. But thanks for the comment.
Too many. All I get is text message penalty. And that's it. You don't need to hope for a good result after you hear that. Anyway, where are we? Roseanne says, I'm hoping for 3-0. They should do that easy. And glad the Green Brigade are back. Brilliant. Good guess, Roseanne. 2-0. You says 3. Good guess. And thanks for your comment as always, Roseanne. It's always great to see you on here, pal. Always great to see you.
Yep. Keep the comments coming in, everybody. In fact, just keep the comments coming in because we'll get through as many as we possibly can, John. Any more?
Someone else's nostalgia. I've never heard this person either. Don't know if you're a guy or a lassie, mate, but we'll read out your comment anyway. Someone else's nostalgia says, if Brendan Rodgers manages to lose 3 games in a row before winning 3 games in a row with this team, then it's definitely a time to worry. Especially to bottom of the table, Livingston. Well, I didn't think we were going to lose the day, to be honest with you, but we wanted to win the game, and I had no fear about Celtic winning that game the day. Someone else's nostalgia. But the rest of the comment says, from what I remember, the last time he was our manager, his banana skin games were Livy and Hibs at Easter Road. I really hope he doesn't do it at Gerrard and slip up again. Old Slippy in there.
No, it's I'll say his comments about the forum, and obviously I've spoken about it plenty the last couple of pods. Is we've got to take it one game at a time now. Next up it's Dundee. Win that and take it for there. If Rangers drop by a couple of points tomorrow, even better. But we can only concentrate on ourselves, and that's the way that every Celtic supporter should now look at this. Take care of Dundee on Tuesday afternoon, 3 o'clock kickoff, by the way. take care of Dundee, and then we move on to the Rangers game. That's the way I'm looking at it now, John.
That's why I'm looking at it. And if you ask me, the games gradually get harder as they go on. These 4 games. But probably the easiest to day one, no disrespect to Livingston, but that'd have been the easiest game to win. Bottom of the league. I think they've lost 9 of the last 10 games or something like that. I'm not sure, but they have to win in 9 games anyway, I know that. But with Livingston today, that was always going to be a win, I thought. Then it's away to Dundee. Gets slightly harder there. Then it's Rangers at Parkhead, slightly harder again. And then the hardest game for me is Mirren away from home, because that's always a hard game. And that's going to be a potential banana skin for me. No saying we're going to lose. Let's see what happens in the first 3 games before we get to that. Anyway,
Yeah.
Glasgow Celtic 1967. He says, when's the next podcast, Sander? Well, if you're listening to the new, then it's after 8 o'clock. Anyway, I'll read another one of these comments. So he says, thanks, loving the podcast. I used to watch a few other channels. Though you and John are blatantly honest, everything you say is on the same view as I see it. Good to hear what I feel inside said out loud. Mon hoops. Thanks for that, Glasgow Celtic 1967.
Yeah, that's a nice comment. That's really appreciated. You know, somebody that just likes to listen to us talking about Celtic. That's as simple as that, isn't it? So thank you very much, Glasgow Celtic 1967. We appreciate your comments, and we appreciate you listening into the channel as well. And that goes for everybody else. That goes for everybody else that listens in as well.
Well, there's one from Edward O'Farrell to finish it off, Sander.
Right, John?
It's quite a long comment, and he agreed with my score at 5-0. He had the same prediction, by the way.
All right.
Edward O'Farrell. I think Edward's been on before. How you doing, Edward? Nice to see you here again, mate.
All right, Edward.
He says, best news, the Green Brigade are back in paradise. When we do beat the current Buns and the other 3 games, the nerves leave. Hail, hail. 5-0 Celtic. The Green Brigade are the 12th man. Let's see if there's any more of that comment. It's quite a long comment.
All right, John, let's wrap it up there. Dundee up next, John. That's going to be a tough one, isn't it? It's a game we have to win, obviously. Just to keep the ball rolling, if you like, to take us into the Rangers game. Confidence will be high if we beat Dundee. And then it's Rangers at Celtic Park. But we'll get into that nearer the time. Just want to thank everybody for leaving their comments. Thank everybody for viewing the podcast today. Thank you very much. If you hit the like button as well, thank you. And just to wish every listener to the podcast and viewer a very happy Christmas, a very safe Christmas. Hope you have a nice day come Monday. And we'll see you all on Tuesday after the Dundee game.
Right, that's sentiment, Sander, that's the same sentiment for me. Everybody that listens, I hope you all have a great Christmas with your families and all that. And spare a moment for those who might not be having a good time at Christmas. But as far as yourselves go, everybody have a good one. And you as well, Sander. Happy Christmas and hail, hail, mate.
Thanks, John. You too, buddy. And hail, hail. I'll see you on Tuesday.